this beautiful, beautiful Monday that we're having today. I don't know where you are in your neck of the woods, but here it's a little rainy, but that's okay. It's good for the grass and the trees and all the beautiful spring flora that is starting to bloom here. So this morning I wanted to answer a few questions, and one of the questions I wanted to answer for everybody is how I got started on this journey of raising everybody's frequency by healing their traumas. So I think I've always wanted to be somebody that was a healer or that helped others, and I did that a lot when I was little. I didn't really know I was doing it when I was little, but it kind of just happened. It started with animals. I'd be able to sit with them and just calm them down and be able to, just be with them. I remember a story my mom told when we were riding with some friends and their dogs usually got car sick, and the dogs stayed on my lap the whole time and they were fine that ride. And so my mom's friend was pretty shocked that the dogs were okay and never got sick. So as I grew up, I just always kind of, helped others. My sisters, my friends, my, kids I worked with at the Boys and Girls Club, and just, so as life, got on and I started moving forward, I ended up working at a factory for a really long time. And in that factory, I was like, okay, this is great. It was great for the time that I was there, and it was beautiful and provided me with so much. But toward the end, I was there for 13 years. I started to really just realize that I wanted something more, like a profession. So in 2010, I started my career going to school to become a nurse. And I graduated nursing school in 2013, and I started nursing. And primarily, my practice has been with the geriatric population, whether it was with a skilled facility for a little bit. Then I went into home care for a while, and for a really long time, actually. I was in home care for like 10 years. And my last position, I was at an adult day center caring for my beautiful seniors there. And something that I realized along this way was that, there's a lot of trauma that gets stored in people's bodies, and emotionally and physically, and a lot of the ailments that we see are coming from this stored trauma. So probably it was the end of 2018, I started asking different questions because I was realizing that the nursing community, the medical community, was very focused on just prescribing pills. A lot of times, I'd have people that were on like 30 pills and they didn't understand why their hands and feet burned in pain, or they were on fire, or they were always sick, or they, and then they just get more and more. And while I feel that there is a need for some medical interventions, I don't know that it's necessarily long term. So I started asking and I started looking, because a lot of these medicines, like the ingredients, I didn't feel comfortable putting in my body. And then I was educating people, because in nursing, they don't tell you to really, they tell you to look at contraindications on medicines in which you shouldn't put together. But it's not a focus on look at the ingredients to see is it beneficial or healthy for your body. So that started leading me to have questions, and the more I asked questions, the more I was led to different alternatives. I started with Reiki, and I started with Angel Ray healing, with a training that my friend Stephanie, she did, and I tuned with the angels that guide over the 7 chakras. And from there, I trained in Reiki, and I feel that the 7-ray angel healing opened me up to those energies for the Reiki. If you don't know what Reiki is a practice from Japan. Master Usui had went into the mountains for 40 days and was given this transmission on how to help people clear their body, clear their energies, which also helped people heal. And so I became attuned to this practice, and I become, the way Reiki works for me is I become a complete, like, hollowed out conduit for the energy of Reiki to come in. And Reiki is life force energy, just like different cultures have chi and prana and mana. The Japanese have the life force energy, or Reiki does. And so I started working with this energy, and I did my level 1 attunement, and I think 6 months later I did my level 2 attunement, and then I worked with people and clients and learned more. And I think a year and a half after that, I had my master training. And I think all the different trainers and everybody that I've met with gave me new perspectives on the craft. And so I'm very blessed to have different teachers along the way to help me understand the energy and how it flows and what it looks like for me. And as I've developed and attuned this gift, I also went and had another training called Access Bars, which that training focuses on your points on your brain and your head to help clear unstuck, or to help unstick stuck belief patterns in the brain. And so I use everything in combination, especially in a session. It depends on how the person is, what the person's like when we first meet. But I use a lot of the tools combined with everything that I've learned for my healing sessions. And so I continued to learn and heal and continued to research and look at different ways. And what I came to understand, and this came to me during my first ayahuasca ceremony, was it's all frequency. So everything is frequency. And when we have there are denser frequencies and there are more fast-moving frequencies. And I'm sure you've probably been around something where you felt, wow, this feels very heavy and rough to go through, or wow, this is really light and airy and quick. So the denser, slower energies tend to be more of our negative thought patterns, belief systems, negative things that we have happen. If we're stuck too long in sadness or fear, anger, hatred, even if we're just stuck too long in comfort, being comfortable, a lot of these vibrations, they're dense and they tend to stick and they get stuck in our body, which can create pain. It can create, discomfort, and left untreated, left unlooked at, it can create diseases. So there's different areas of the body where energy tends to get stuck. Our anger, self-hatred, self-doubt, fear, they tend to get stuck into our lower intestinal tract and our upper GI tract, which is our body's brain system, right? And so all of that stuck energy starts to create issues. So what do we do, and how do we get it, unstuck? So for me, how do we get it unstuck? We start looking at it. I mean, that's what's helped me the most. And that's also what helped guide me on this path, right? Asking questions. What's next? What is this? How do I change this feeling? What is the, what can I do? So you just start asking new questions. And all these questions just start bringing new answers and new awarenesses. And it gets to the core beliefs of things. Now, obviously, I had help with that. I had people that I would go to and ask, and I still have people. I find people that I work with, when I'm in a situation that I need more guidance or need more help or just need some relaxation myself, right? So I also continue to grow and heal as I work with people and individuals. And this path to healing is not about, for me, it's about helping myself heal. And through that, I can guide and help others heal, right? So through all of this healing, I have learned how to help guide you through yours, through your healing journey. And sometimes, it's something that's really simple and small. And other times it can be something that's very deep, and we have a lot of sessions that clear out all the gunk. It depends on where you're at in your level and what you want to do with your life, and whether how good you want to feel. Because when you raise the vibration out of these denser energies of fear, anger, hatred, betrayal, poor me, when you raise yourself out of these, you start to really tap into the true energy that is you, that you were born with. We didn't have all these when we were first born. A lot of us, some people did actually take some things in, but that's a different topic for another day. So, but for the most part, when we're born, we are our pure energy form. We're laughing, we're giggling, we're having fun. It's not until later through our life and as situations come up that we tend to have these lower energies get stuck. And, and we may not even know it happened when we're little, right? A lot of us going through this journey, we didn't know because there was nobody to teach us. At least in, my neck of the woods, I didn't, we don't know what we don't know. So my parents didn't know how to, talk through a lot of this stuff and how to maneuver through it. And their parents didn't know, so they didn't get taught. And our school systems don't teach us this stuff, right? Our school systems, we're not taught that, energy gets stuck in the body and that it's all frequency and how things can help that frequency shift. And so this is how I got started, and part of my healing, like my journey, is now combining my healing, my physical healings, the energy sessions, the access bars, all these tools that I have, combining all of those, so it's more of a multi-dimensional healing, and my nursing background, my medical background, because the medical helps me see where energy's stuck. So when I'm working with somebody and I'm helping guide and they talk to me, I can see where energy is stuck in their body. Like my mind's eye gives me a target zone of where this energy is for us to start working it out and working it through. And so it's kind of amazing that I get to do this work, because it really doesn't feel like work. It's actually very joyful and very happy and light. And yes, I go through some very dark stages with people when they heal, but to see the breakthrough with everybody, that breakthrough of, oh my gosh, yes, to see that and the smile it brings, that right there is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful to me, and it's such a reward for doing this work and helping people, guide people through those healings. I've said this before, and this healing journey, it's not for the weak of heart. It's not for it's a challenge to walk through these, and it takes strength to walk through everything. It takes strength to walk through the traumas that, can be very, very scary to walk through. But once you do it and you get through it, it's truly beneficial to start believing in yourself again and having that compassion and love for yourself, and the just breakthroughs that you can see yourself the way I see you, and the way I see your heart, and how your heart is just ready to show the happiness and the joy and the fun that you are. And so that is what I'm here for. That is my journey. Well, the beginning of it, the kind of short and narrow version of my journey on how I got started in this different healing that I do. And there's a lot of names for it. Like I said, Reiki, access bars, energy work. And so sometimes it's hard to put in words exactly, but the main focus is that I'm here to help those raise their frequencies so that they can bring forth their life with happiness and joy and love, and radiate that out to their friends and families, because we all deserve to be happy and have fun and laugh and raise this frequency and get out of our traumas. So I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. If you have any more questions, please reach out. You can message me. Everything, if you want to go to my website and work with me, there's a link in the bio to book appointments. And yes, this energy works remotely, right? It can work because energy doesn't have any time distance. Energy is right here and right now. Even two people talking, the energy is right here and right now. So these sessions held via video or over the phone, usually I go into we do a phone conversation, and then I have you lay down and relax, and I do my work, and then I text you when I'm done, and then we have another phone conversation so I can tell you what I found out and different things of that nature. Sometimes it's all over the phone. We'll go through a meditation. We will, depending, it just depends on what comes up and how I'm guided with your team and my team, and the energy, how I'm guided to work with you. And so sometimes it might be just a lot of talking through, and then a lot of different meditations to guide through releasing some trauma. And then I will do the energy work, the frequency shifting. And and then other times, if we're one-on-one in person, then, I'll bring my table and you get to lay down and we'll talk, and you have, a session one-on-one. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out. I would love to share more. And I will talk to everybody soon. Have a great, great, beautiful, beautiful day. Love you.